that is the Travis Bazzana family getting ready to see the debut of Australia's own, the #1 pick from just a few years ago, a day that he has dreamed about his entire life. And when you think about everything that's gone into being the #1 pick in the entire draft and from another country, this moment is big for Travis and his country, and he can't wait to get it started.
I love this game. I love that challenge, and I'm gonna do everything I can. And we got a good group here, and also young guys coming through. So I'm really excited to play a big part in that, and I'm gonna give it all I got. And Hosey wants it as bad as anyone too. So hopefully I can build a good relationship with him, and we can do some special things here.
That's a great story for Australia. It's a great story for Travis, and it's a great story for our game. I mean, our game's really growing globally, and just the opportunities that people have from all over the world to come play this beautiful game. It's a wonderful thing that the game is growing, and happy for Travis and happy for Australia.
I think we all agree that it's a beautiful thing to watch this game continue to grow and continue to find players from all over this world. But I'll say something else that the manager of this team said before that. This team needed a jolt. You don't hear managers say that very often. The jolt is here. We'll have first pitch when we come back.
It's time to
Travis Bazzana. He brings so much of this lineup, makes everybody better around him.
That'll leave it up to Travis Bazzana.
With the first pick of the 2024 MLB draft.
Swing and a drive. Over his head.
Who else but Travis Bazzana meeting the moment?
The Cleveland Guardians select Travis Bazzana.
These fans love the #1 pick.
I tell you what's interesting about this young man. He's like a walking track man. He's good for today's game.
Line drive, base hit left center.
Plus hit tool, a great awareness of the strike zone. I mean, just an exciting looking young player.
Bazzana hammers it deep right field. This ball is history.
I needed to see one swing. There was a ball he turned on right here, and I was like, oh my goodness. He hits every day, constantly. We're expecting big things.
And there is Travis Bazzana, 23 years of age, a native of Hornsby, Australia, taking the field for the very first time here in Cleveland. He'll be cheered on by his family and close friends who have made the trip, some of them all the way from Australia, to be here tonight.
That's a great story, and he's got to be pumped to come out here and finally get this first game in. Got to be excited, and those people are going to have a lot of fun tonight. Let's hope he can get a hit.
His dad Gary and mom Jenny in the front row with the Guardians jerseys are here. His brother Hayden and his other brother Mitchell also have made the trip, so it's going to be a family affair for Travis. I'm sure the butterflies are churning, and he's excited. And he gets a handshake right there.
Be careful, he may bring you up down the road.
That's Manny Gonzalez extending a handshake to the newcomer.
All right, let's look at Tanner Bybee, who's going to make the start. His 7th start this year. This poor guy, I'll tell you what, he's looking for his first win on the year. His last 2 starts, he's pitched very well, but they just don't score for him. They haven't scored in 4 of his 6 starts. They're averaging just over 1 run per ball game. So he goes out, he made one pitch in his last start. It cost him 2 runs and the ball game. But he's a grinder. He's going to be just fine if he continues to throw the ball like he has in his last couple.
All right, let's take a look at Kevin Cash's starting lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. Chandler Simpson, who batted 6th last night with the lefty on the hill, moves up to the leadoff spot tonight. Junior Cabanero in the 2-hole. Jonathan Aranda batting 3rd. Yandy Diaz will hit cleanup. He'll DH. Jake Fraley and Cedric Mullins, they were on the bench last night. They're in there, left-handed bats. Nick Fortes will catch. Richie Palacios starts at second base, hitting 8th, and Taylor Walls, the shortstop, bats 9th.
And defensively behind Bybee tonight, it looks like this. Quan will be in left field. Schneeman is in center. Martinez over and right. On the infield, Ramirez at 3rd. Rocchio, the shortstop. Bazzana making his major league debut tonight. Manzardo is at 1st, and Bo Naylor behind the plate.
Tom Hanahan will call the balls and strikes this evening. Scott Berry, the crew chief, is down at first base. Manny Gonzalez over at second, and Jacob Metz, your third base umpire. He's probably happy to be anywhere but home plate. Last night, he had to deal with 9 ABS challenges. That's the most in any Guardians game this year. 7 of those 9 were overturned. All right, here we go. Tanner Bybee looks in. He's ready. He rocks. He deals. And it's a called strike, and we are underway with a game time temperature of 61 degrees. Partly sunny, some cloud cover overhead.
A little breeze blowing out to right field.
The 0-1. And a hot smash by Ramirez and into left field. Simpson is flying into second base, and Kwan, he had all kinds of problems. First getting a handle on the ball and then lost his footing.
You know, I think he was going to get a double anyway. That's what we talked about last night, because Jose playing in on the grass. We showed it last night, and that's all you have to do. Just slap it the other way if you get that fastball. He does, and he doesn't stop and puts the pressure on. And Kwan just didn't get the ball, didn't transfer it to the hand, and did not look good. But he's in at second base. Simpson is with his first double of the year.
Junior Caminero, 7th in the American League with 8 home runs entering play tonight. Caminero has been swinging a hot bat over the last couple of weeks. He's hit in 12 of those last 14 games, with 6 of those 8 home runs coming in the 14 contests.
Yeah, this guy has got a very quick bat. One of the quickest in all of baseball. We showed you last night. But he's got power to all fields. Doesn't matter where.
Tampa has ripped off 5 straight wins. Game and a half back of the Yankees in the AL East entering play today at 17-11. Oh, man. That ball came right up and got him right on the cheek.
Yeah, it did. It came up there and it right in the jaw. Like he took a right hand.
Athletic training staff quickly out there, and he is in a world of pain. Rick, I don't know what it is, but in the last several years we have seen more freakish foul balls at home plate, whether it's Jose fouling it off his back leg.
Got him right in the jaw, the bottom of the jaw.
We saw Jose foul a ball off his face one time.
We sure did.
Plate. This one went straight down into the ground, and then
he just, it's like he got punched, and it came right back up, and he went down. Boom. Oh, and it got up in a hurry. That was just like taking a punch to the jaw.
You're right. He might hit.
It's a breaking ball, a little slider. Comes down, it goes right back up. He wasn't waiting for that.
Checking to see if his wisdom tooth didn't get knocked loose.
He may have to give him a little time to get the cobwebs out. You know, Kevin Cash doesn't want to see him walk off the field. There he goes, trying to get him.
I think he's going to stay in there and give it a go.
Yeah. He just needs some time. That's all it is. I think it surprised him more than anything else.
You know, not to make light of it, but Rick, in this situation, Kevin Cash, you have to be 100% ready to go when you're talking about dealing with the velocity and the kind of pitches that these guys throw nowadays. You can't be going out there, you think you're okay.
Yeah. Well, he'll know. I mean, if he gets his, it doesn't look like he's bleeding at all inside or anything. It's just a shot he was not expecting. Give him the helmet. I think Cash is ready to give it to him and put it on and strap it on.
Well, they gave him a standing 8 count, but he's going to hang in there.
He's going to be fine. Just he needed some time. They don't want to lose that bat, especially the way they've been playing.
Leadoff man already in scoring position, and a 1-2 count on Caminero.
We'll see how it goes as the game goes on.
That's what I'm talking about, though. I'm just wondering cognitively if he's got some cobwebs up there. You don't want to be stepping into bat if you're not clear-minded.
Well, home plate umpire, he was right there with him. He asked him, when you're ready, you let me know. So he's ready to get back in the box and face that 1-2 count.
Spin move, and that was very close. The throw was just a tad to the right of the base.
If it was it would have had to be a perfect throw, and they would have had him.
Fasano was moving in, definitely.
What a great time to try that. Yeah.
Bobby with a 1-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, right back to Tanner. It was such a slow hopper. His only play was at first.
Yeah, gets the job done, though. Just a lazy hop to put it in play, and you move the runner. So a job well done, and he's going to go over there, and I'm sure they'll look at him again.
Yeah, he's going right to the clubhouse. Jonathan Arando with the infield in now. He is second in the American League with 24 runs batted in.
Yeah, he's been on a tear.
Jordan Alvarez of Houston, the only batter with more. He had 26 entering play today. Arch, he's just the 8th Ray to get to 24 RBI in the first 28 games of a season.
You know, it looks like he's not hitting for much average, but he has been clutch. He has 7 home runs, and he gets a ball he can turn on that ball inside. He could hit that home run to tie the game last night, late in the 8th inning.
Swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Bo Naylor.
Nice little changeup.
Now this was a big blast for Tampa last night.
Boy, he got a ball middle plate and took advantage of it from Hunter. That tied the ball game up, and that gave him some life.
2 batters later, they had the lead and held on to win at 3-2. Tampa's ripped off 5 straight wins. Cleveland has lost 3 in a row. Missed outside. I'm sure Jonathan Arando would tell you he's done his part driving him in, but you can't drive him in if they're not on base. In Tampa, that's why they're surging right now, because offensively they've been putting up 5 runs a game.
Yeah, fundamentally they're doing all little things right. All right, there's the curveball right there. I think he may try and get him with a changeup down and away. That's been a very good pitch for Bybee on the season, and for a lot of these Cleveland pitchers. They're changeups. You talk about Messick, who you know, and then Cantillo. You know, the percentage of swings and misses on their changeups. There it was.
Right back to him. He's got the runner coming home.
Perfect.
And Bo runs him out of the baseline, and that is out number 2.
Well done by Bybee. That was a great pitch. That changeup, he got the one hopper back at him. And Simpson was caught off base. He was going on contact. Watch, he's off and running, but now once you get it, his job should have been to get in a rundown and make Bo chase him back to the bag and give the opportunity of Aranda to get to second base. But he did not. He gave in and just runs out of the baseline. That's not a good job base running for a guy that could run like him.
Let me tell you something. If he was still in a rundown right now, Jonathan Aranda might not be at second base yet.
Right.
You got to give him a chance.
Arch, I know, but I don't know if that one would have worked. I just want to go back to you guys' conversation on changeup, and we're going to see it from the other side tonight as well. It seems to be the pitch that's in vogue right now in baseball, because so many guys are chasing velocity, and guys can hit velocity.
Right.
And what's the one rule you have, Arch, about a hitter in the big leagues? What do you have to hit?
You got to be ready for the fastball. If you can't hit the fastball, then you're in trouble.
So most of these guys can hit fastballs to get here, and they all have these machines that can throw it up to 110 miles an hour. So you better have a changeup.
You better back off. Right.
And the 1-1. Tried to hold up. He went.
You don't see Yandy do that.
See, most hitters too, Andre, I mean, you're geared for the fastball and you can hit it, once you gear up. But once you get it, you're always you think you're going to get that fastball. They're embarrassed when you throw one by them. So they'd rather swing and miss out front than they would to have you throw a fastball by them.
Bybee with the 1-2 offering. And Yandy smothers it foul. Third base side.
He threw one bad curveball the last at bat, but he's gone back to it. They've had 2 really good ones since.
Hey, off-speed pitches are going to get the good hitters. If you make a good one, they're not going to hit them. Hitters hit bad breaking balls. Once in a while, they'll hit one of your best pitches, but that's where you have to tip your cap.
You know how Andre and I love to make football analogies. What you're saying about hitters and fastballs versus changeup, it's like in football. You're not going to allow a team to run the ball right down the field.
Exactly.
You're going to make them throw. If you throw it for 400 yards and beat us, we'll tip your cap, but you're not going to just run the ball
down our throats.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
2-2, got him looking, and Yandy will not challenge.
Too late now.
Bybee gets his first strikeout, works around a leadoff double, and the Guardians are coming to bat. Stephen Kwan heading to home plate to get us underway here in the bottom half of the first. The rest of the Guardians starting lineup brought to you by Progressive. Chase DeLauder will DH in the 2-hole. Then it's Jose batting third. Manzardo, Schneemann, and Angel Martinez in the middle. Travis Bazzana, the rookie, making his debut, batting seventh. Bo Naylor and Brian Rocchio hitting ninth. Junior Caminero has been replaced by, I believe, Richie Palacios at third base. Yep, that's Richie.
That's Richie. And Williamson, I believe, is at second base.
Stephen Kwan pops it in the air, and the shortstop, Taylor Walls, has it. One down. There is Ben Williamson, the new second baseman. So Caminero, Rick, as soon as he hit that comebacker to Tanner Bybee, I saw him point to the dugout, and he must have been pointing, I can't go. This is killing me. And he ran right into the end of the dugout, and up the tunnel he went. Chase DeLauder with a line drive smash into center field.
Oh boy, getting aggressive on that first pitch off Martinez. Hits a line drive, base knock. Martinez does have very good control. You can see it's right down the middle, 92 mile an hour. Might have been a little sinker there. So he'll start out with a base hit.
Jose Ramirez. He's been on base each of his last 11 games. 1 for 4 last night. Bet365 betting odds. Over the last 11 games, Jose is batting .297 with 4 doubles and 5 homers, but just 7 runs batted in. So going back to the conversation about Aranda, Jose's swinging the bat well. He just needs some traffic in front of him.
Yeah, no doubt. But they haven't pitched to him when he has traffic.
That's a
they've walked him.
Takes 2 to tango.
They're making the guys behind him drive him in, and they haven't been able to do it. You get into a situation like that, that's a smart thing to do.
Center field. Cedric Mullins, the former Oriole, over there to get it. 2 down.
Let's check out the Rays defense now. It'll be Simpson in the left field. Mullins is in center, Fraley over and right. Palacio coming in at third base. Walls will be the shortstop. Williamson is at second base. Aranda, first baseman, and Fortes is behind the plate.
Well, Kyle Manzardo gets the call tonight in the cleanup spot.
Arch, he's feeling like he's getting a rhythm. His last 2 at-bats have been pitch hitting, and he's gotten hits. Feels like things are slowing down for him a little bit of speed.
Things are getting closer,
right.
And it doesn't happen all at once. You got to, go out there on a daily basis and string together a couple of good nights.
Well, remember, I told you guys yesterday, Hoskins has played 4 games in a row, so he's been working in the cage a little bit more.
Popped in the air, shallow right center. The shortstop Walls has it, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit. One left after one, no score.
Depot.
Guardians TV is presented by Progressive. Second inning, no score. Jake Fraley leads it off for Tampa. Tanner Bybee with a first pitch strike. Fraley has an extra base hit in 3 of his last 4 games. Gets out of that open stance. And takes that pitch, a curveball and a beauty. It's 0-2. That's the big slow hook. We had quite a spirited discussion before the game about breaking balls, off-speed pitches, the shape of some of those pitches, and how the computer identifies, or in some cases misidentifies, said pitches.
True.
But, you know, as you can explain from your experience as a hitter back in your day, not every curveball from the same pitcher looks the same.
Right. They can throw it a couple of different ways with a little more velocity on one, tighten it up a little bit. Nice little comeback.
Talk about changing up. He just ripped a fastball, and Fraley was asleep at the wheel. Second strikeout for Bybee. One down here in the second. Let's take a look at our Toyota keys to the game. Well, the Guardians are trying to slow the Rays' roll. Tampa Bay is a Major League Best 12-4 following a win. And you better score early and often against Tampa, because when they have the lead after 6, 13-0. Nobody better in baseball.
Well, they're also 9-1 against the Central Division.
That record is with the lead after the 6 is big, because you talked about the problems their bullpen has had, Matt. You know, their ERA of the bullpen is higher than we're used to seeing with this type of team.
Well, they must have had a big enough lead.
Yeah.
And you know how that is. Sometimes when you have the lead, there are particular guys you go to. And when you don't have the lead, there are other guys you go to. And maybe, I haven't looked that closely at the numbers, it may be just in those instances they've given up some big numbers.
Yeah.
They're playing good baseball right now. Fundamentally, they're moving runners. They're hitting with runners in scoring position. They've hit home runs in 6 consecutive games. And, you know, it's been like Caminero hitting them and Ronda hitting 2 of them. So, yeah, and Yandy got himself 1 or 2. So, you know, it's the guys that are supposed to hit the home runs. The other guys are doing the little things right.
Big swing and a miss by Cedric Mullins.
We showed you last night infield hits, the bunt hits, and things like that.
Arch last batter. It's something that you always love with Shane Bieber, and Tanner's done this at times too. They get so caught up in their spin that they can strike you out with the fastball, lock you up with it.
Oh boy, yeah, that's when you lock them up, when you get the 2 strikes.
Well, he's thrown some curveballs and changes early so far. Let's see if he can put him away with a fastball again.
Hey, that's one thing you know Bobby can do. You know, I think he took back from last start where he gave up 2 runs on the first 2 hitters, and he locked it in. He knew he had that chance with a man on third base and 1 out. He was not going to give up a run.
A teaser pitch to Mullins. He did well to lay off that one. Here's the 3-2 now. And he can pull the trigger. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Tanner Bybee.
I think you watched last night.
Been called.
Did you think he saw last night what Messick was doing with the strikeouts?
Oh, yeah.
And remember, the Rays didn't come in here. They were one of the least teams that had the least amount of strikeouts as a team coming in.
Pretty good example of what we were just talking about. The slow breaking ball followed by a little tighter. And Mullins just unable to do anything with it. Yeah. Nick Fortes aggressive. He fouls it off. Fortes a hit in 15 of his last 20 ball games.
What's up, Rick? What's up, Matt?
What's happening?
Who we got down there?
Sorry.
Looks like Gabby.
Gabby wanted to scare you.
And a little low, 1-1.
Yeah, we got it.
I'll
tell you what, it's tough when you can't play, man. You got to watch the game from sitting down.
Tomorrow, be careful.
The 1-1. I'm not the one on the IL, pal.
You be careful right here. Yeah.
It's a lonely feeling when you're on the injured list.
Yeah, it
you know,
is. Well, when you can't play the game and you're an everyday player, yeah, it is. You don't feel part of the team when you can't help them.
The 1-2, and it's hit hard but foul. Rodney Linares, he can still get out of the way down there. The spin move from the big fella.
You better be careful. I mean, they get down in a hurry. We see a lot of close calls every game.
Bobby's 1-2.
This might be a good time to lock him up with a heater in.
That's where he went, and he tried the other base coach.
I like that, yeah. You know, he's sitting breaking ball, I think, on a 2-2 count. And that's a good try to go in there and see if you get the swing, but he was able to foul it off. Thank you.
Can of corn to center field. Daniel Schneemann.
See, the heater in kept him honest.
Yeah. They go 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the second. And Travis Bazzana, he'll be batting third when we come back.
I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I'm sure there'll be some kind of cheer, and that'll be obviously a great feeling. I'm going to take it in. And, yeah, the fans that show up or watch on TV, I'm going to give it my all, and I hope to really impact Cleveland baseball for a long time.
Travis Bazzana due up third here in his first major league game. Daniel Schneemann leads off for the Guardians here in the bottom of the second, no score. Can you go back to 1975 and remember what you were feeling at this moment where Travis Bazzana's at right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't wait to get that first at bat. I knew one thing. I was looking for that first fastball, and I was going to let it fly, and I did.
How many pitches did the at bat last? Do you remember? Couple?
It might have been a couple. I don't remember exactly. I flew out. I know that the first time.
Daniel Schneemann caught looking. First strikeout for Nick Martinez. One down here in the second. And I'm sure there were a lot of pats on the back and, hey, kid, nice try. Nice
way to go. Yeah, I mean, the fans come in there. They want to see, you know, you're a high draft pick. They want to see you. See what you have. See what
I'm talking about your teammates, your crusty old veteran teammates.
Come on, that's okay, kid. Get him next time.
Go get us something to drink.
Yeah, give me a Coke while you're up.
Angel Martinez, he takes the first pitch breaking ball. Curve in there for a strike from Nick Martinez.
Martinez has good stuff. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs in any one of his starts, his 5 starts. This was being number 6, and they have won 4 of his 5 starts.
Oh, he almost hit himself in the face. That was close.
Well, that was a changeup that I don't think he wanted to swing. He tried to stop it, and he couldn't. That was a changeup swing, too. Look at that.
Got him in the ribs.
Arch, the changeup is big for Martinez.
It really is.
It's just what we've been talking about. He will show you heat, and then he will do that. Terry Francona loved him down in Cincinnati because he would take the ball as a starter or a reliever.
He's 2 for 28. Hitters are 2 for 28 off his changeup. 071 with 8 strikeouts.
He'll use that fastball like that right there. And what do they call that? See, Matt, this is what we were talking about before the game.
They call that a sinker.
But that's
not a sinker.
Yeah, that's
right. It's a fastball, and then the other fastball could be his cutter,
right.
And he's got a good cutter too. He throws that about.
That's a called third strike. Except Angel says not so fast, my friend.
Strike. Batter challenging.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Our first challenge of the night
is a strike,
and he is out.
After you, call's confirmed. Batters out. Cleveland loses their challenge. They have one remaining.
2 down for the rookie, Travis Bazzana.
For Cleveland, the second baseman, number 37, Travis Bazzana.
Well, this is a patient guy.
Did you hear what they were playing?
Well,
Then it worked. Down under.
Yes, I knew it. They had to be. I did not. Oh, he did get after it.
Pop back and get out of play. Ooh. Very close to the netting, but Travis is still alive in his first big league at bat.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I was with Kyle today. He was over the house with me, and that's what he was saying. I wonder what his walk-up song's going to be. I looked at my son and said, walk-up song? Man, what are you talking about? He said, it's got to be that song. And he was right.
Trying to hold up. It's 0-2.
There's that changeup right there. You can see how good it is. You start the swing and then everything just doesn't get there. It almost looks like he turns it over.
Yeah.
You know? There it was.
Well, he saw it, chased it, saw it again.
You know what? It's a good thing that you're in your first at-bat and you're seeing it. You know, and he's seen a couple of them. So you'll have an idea what that pitch does that second time around. Here he comes in.
Down and in. And this is what the Guardians have really loved about Travis Bazzana's early development. Controlling the strike zone, recognizing pitches early.
Well, check his balance. I mean, he's very good. You don't see him out front. He gets a good look at the baseball.
Struck him out with a good fastball. And he strikes out the side here in the second. No score through 2 in Cleveland.
Number 1.
No score, third inning. Check out the Home Depot working on a win. Well, it helps if you're a starting pitcher when your guys score some runs.
Yeah, it sure does.
Tanner Bybee, look at that, Rick. In 6 starts, they've scored a total of 4 runs while he's been in the game.
Yeah, and the amazing thing, last year, he was getting 4.78 runs per ball game. What a difference a year makes. But
Richie Palacios takes a strike.
He's tough enough. He can fight his way through it. He is a grinder out there, man. He will not give in. And, you know, I'm sure he doesn't want to hear it. Eventually, they'll start scoring for him.
No, but he has done a lot of work. As he tried to hold up, he may have gone. No, on the appeal, Jacob Metz.
Tap your head.
He held up.
That's too late.
Here's another look. It was close.
Ooh.
I think.
No, Matt, what you're talking about with Tanner is so true. The change
2-2.
But it's so true. He's not letting himself get caught up in the runs that are scored or anything else. He's trying to take care of himself. And he admitted to me in spring training that, you know, being the quote-unquote leader of the staff, he probably put too much pressure on himself early on that he didn't need to put on himself.
Well, think about it. Last year, he went through periods where, you know, it bothered him when something would go wrong in a ball game.
I think it comes down to emotions can be a good thing, but sometimes we as human beings can let our emotions get the better of us. And I think for Tanner, it's a fine line. You want to use that emotion to your advantage, but when things go sideways, it's hard to not show.
Sometimes you lose it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you're human. I mean, you can only give so much before you just have a little breakdown, and then you regroup.
You guys have told me this from the day I started working with you guys. Unlike football, you can't put all your emotion into this game or it'll get you in trouble.
It'll beat you up, man, on a daily basis.
And probably, Dre, outside of, I'm going to say golf. Golf's the only other sport where showing emotion is really looked down upon or frowned upon. And I don't want to say emotion, but nice play by Rokia. Look at that on the move. Perfect throw. 2 down. When things go wrong, so if you're the starting pitcher and somebody makes a bad play behind you defensively, kicks a ball, you don't show your emotion because that player, that he already feels bad enough. He knows he's made a mistake. But now you're showing him up in front of everybody. That's not a good look, and that can linger, and that can lead to other problems down the road.
I'll tell you who used to do that a lot was Gaylord Perry. You know, you'd go out and you play behind him and you booted a ball, and I'll tell you what, he'd start yelling at you. You get to the dugout, you better go down the other way. And then one time, Frank Duffy, he yelled at Frank Duffy for made an error at first base. He says, "Well, keep the ball dry, and I won't have that problem."
The 1-0.
Arch, I remember that story because it was when we were in New York last year, and we had that long ride that you're probably still paying for.
Had to take out a loan.
We got that night.
If I got a deal for you,
I'm not letting Matt negotiate anymore. I'll tell you that.
No kidding.
Yeah, sure, we'll take it. That guy back there, he's going to pay for it.
He could have drove us to Cleveland and it would have.
We'd still be driving. Hey, this is a nice truck.
Now the 2-1 from Tanner. Simpson way out in front of him.
Nice changeup. Andre, you think that has anything to do why we're not in New York this year?
Probably a little bit.
Matt's on his
own on that one, buddy.
The 2-2 pitch. Has ever heard of the old saying, leave no man behind, huh?
Yeah, right.
Chandler Simpson slashed a double right by Jose Ramirez, who was drawn in the first inning. But the Guardians caught a break, threw him out at home when he tried to advance on a comebacker to the mound. Now the 3-2, and that's low, ball 4. While Simpson takes his base, we'll get a word from Bet365.
Did you win?
Let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas.
Bet $10, get $200 in bonus bets.
All right, let's talk strategy here. We know Simpson can run. He's stolen 9. It's not Caminero at the plate now.
I was just
going to say the same
thing.
thing.
You beat me to it. I was going to say, you know what? It's a good time to run with Williamson up there if you can get a jump. And Bobby does pay attention to the run.
And remember last night when Palacios came in the pinch run, they ran the first pitch to get going.
Well, you know, he's a well above average base stealer. So you can't put too much credence into it. You got to get ahead of the hitter. You've got 2 outs. If you pay attention.
In the first inning, Junior Caminero fouled the ball down into the ground, hit him under the jaw on the ricochet. He stayed in through the at-bat, but immediately after he grounded out, he ran down the tunnel and into the clubhouse. Ben Williamson then replaced him.
That ball almost did the same thing.
Well, they're hitting the top part of the base.
Oh, 2. You can bet Simpson will be running here. He's holding.
Well, Bobby held the baseball. He did a nice job to just, you know, he wouldn't let him time him. He ended up catching him flat-footed. Now watch and see if he goes quicker.
I think he'll hold him again because Tanner's good at getting set.
Well,
like
he's got
now,
that guy in the box. He's got 5 seconds before he even has to move.
Ooh. He swung, dropped the bat, and the ball in and out of the mid of Bo Naylor.
Yeah, it just didn't stick in the glove, did it?
An arch on the runner. Because he held it so long, Simpson was taking a step back to first base. You don't see that with a right-handed pitcher very often.
Right. See, he's doing a nice job of holding it, doing what he has to do with 2 outs. You could throw a high fastball up and out over the plate if you think he's going.
Got a lot of clock to work with. He's going to take it right down. And foul back.
He's doing a good job to stay alive.
Simpson right behind Jose Ramirez for the league lead. He got a big hop skip, and he's going finally.
Heads up!
All Tanner had to do was step off, and he probably had him dead to rights. Now, I don't know if that's Manzardo is supposed to be yelling for him. You don't hear anything.
There was some yelling from over here, but not for anything on the field.
Well, Manzardo should be yelling, step off. I mean, he took a big hop, and he had him if he throws over, and they took a bigger one.
Looked like back in your day, Bert Blyleven giving him a hot foot in the dugout.
It was
lighting his shoes on fire.
Yeah,
he took 2 big hops and was still like not sure.
Tell you what's getting frustrating is for Bybee. This Williamson is putting up a really good at bat to stay alive, making him throw a lot of pitch.
Simpson's off, throw down, and he has got that base stolen. Number 10 for Chandler Simpson.
You're just saying, okay, swing and miss, or swing and put it in play. Pitch number 9.
The 3-2 to third. Fair ball. Jose off balance throw. What a job by Kyle Manzardo. The backhanded pick. Great throw by Jose to get it over there. But Manzardo had to reel it in, and did he ever.
Think.
Cleveland Guardians baseball brought to you by Levin Furniture and Mattress, your mattress headquarters. Chris Antonetti hosted some patients from the Cleveland Clinic yesterday here at the ballpark, and you see the players, manager Stephen Vogt, Tanner Bybee coming out, spending some time with the kids and signing autographs. Bottom of the third, no score. Bo Naylor leading off for the Guardians. Nick Martinez with the 1-0, and that curveball missed high. 2-0 the count. And a broken bat roller to second. 1 away.
All right, the Guards and the Rays will wrap up this series tomorrow afternoon at a 1:10 start. Great lower seats are still available. Go to CLAguards.com.
Tell you look back to a year ago for Tampa, and their starting rotation was completely healthy. 5 members of their opening day rotation started 106 of their first 107 games.
Wow. Well, that's a nice string.
Different story so far this year. Ryan Pepio on the 60-day IL, Joe Boyle on the IL. They did get Shane McClanahan back. He missed 2.5 years coming back from Tommy John surgery. Steven Matz did a really nice job last night.
Boy, did he ever. Very efficient.
We'll see Drew Rasmussen tomorrow. He's their ace, and Nick Martinez has helped them stay afloat here in the early going with all the injuries. Routine fly ball to center field. 2 down. Back to the top of the order in Stephen Kwan.
Now batting for the Guardians.
Arch, I asked Stephen Vogt before the game, 30 games in. We knew what the schedule looked like. It was going to be brutal early. But at 15 and 15, what do you like? What are you concerned about? And he said he really likes the quality of the at-bats he's seen. They're not there yet. There's still work to be done, but he feels like guys are fighting. They're showing. He said, like last night, for example, you lose the game, but he said there were little battles that we won, little things that I thought we did well that, could help going forward. But this guy right here has been a real mystery to me.
Yeah.
Because Stephen Kwan's usually a guy that we see getting off the hot starts, and he just has not been able to get it going so far this year. They go in order in the third, no score in Cleveland. The top half of the fourth inning is sponsored by your Northeast Ohio Ram dealers. No score. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for Tampa as Tanner Bybee goes back to work. He's given up just 1 hit. He's walked 1 and struck out 4. Jonathan Aranda fouls it off left side. And we're going to check in now with Andre Knott.
Thank you very much. I'm with Gary and Jen Bazana. And as I talk to you guys, and his brothers are here as well, this is a moment you guys have been waiting for a long time. Jenny, just what are the emotions watching your son out in the field right now?
It's just incredible. I'm just so happy for Travis. He's dreamed of this for so long, and he's just worked so hard, and he's just put so much focus into everything he does, and we're so proud of him. It's just wonderful. Yeah.
That's Gary. I got to tell everybody else what you told us. He says he feels like he already knows this because they've been watching us in Australia already. All of our kids, as a father, all of us here, our kids have dreams, and your son had a big one. Why do you think he was able to succeed in getting to his dream?
Yeah, he's been very focused on this from maybe the age of 11 or 12, and I think he got addicted to getting better. He really set himself goals, and then when he reached those, he lifted up and try and get bigger, faster, stronger. And he was very focused on that. And as a young boy, he was very disciplined about, I'm not going to drink the soda, I'm going to drink the water, and all those sorts of things. That every step that he took for the last maybe 10 years has been focused on this day, really. So.
Well, it's awesome to have this. The other thing I got to ask, and I'll ask this quickly because I know you're emotional. Oh, he almost made a great play right there up the middle as Yandy Diaz got the hit. Being from Australia, being the first draft pick and all of those things, he carries that with him. And when I talk to him about it, he has so much pride in where you guys are from. What does it mean for your homeland that he's representing Australia?
Oh, it's just very special. And I think especially because baseball isn't a big thing in Australia, I think this is wonderful that it's going to bring a lot more people, hopefully, to watch it and appreciate the game because, it's just very special.
I watched the World Baseball Classic. I got a feeling your son's going to help make baseball very popular there. Thank you guys so much for your time. We appreciate it, and we hope you enjoy this evening.
Thanks, Andre.
Thanks, Andre, and thanks to Travis Bazana's parents. What a thrill for Gary and Jenny to be here tonight with their other sons, Hayden and Mitchell. And, Arch, as you can speak to it, and we've heard, Tito talk about it, we've heard Voter talk about it. There's only one first day. There's only one first game in the big leagues. Yep. It's special. Both those guys, Voter and Tito, they talk about, like, hey, just go enjoy it, man. This is... we'll get to everything else later down the road, but enjoy tonight.
But this kid he's not from this country. He's from the land down under, and I'll tell you what, it's nice to have his parents here. They can get a chance to see it. They can spend some time, get to know the city, and we certainly know Travis is going to be around for a long time. Yeah, a very, very exciting day for him.
1-1. Swing and a miss. You know what? He talking about Travis and being from Australia. The one thing that jumped out at me today is he was talking about, people were asking about how have you become such a good hitter, so a focused hitter and all this studying. He said it's a lot like cricket. The key to cricket is hitting the ball on the sweet part of the bat.
Yeah.
And he said, part of playing cricket, those skills are very similar to baseball in that, my job is to hit the ball with the fat part of the bat. And he's very good at controlling
a cricket
the barrel.
bat's a little bigger, isn't it, than a baseball bat?
It's a little different game.
Well,
I don't know. Don't ask me anything about cricket. I don't know anything about it.
They give you a round bat and a round ball, and they tell you to hit it square.
Yeah.
Now that's tough to do.
1-2 pitch and a little high. Tell you one thing that Tampa has done is they have seemingly had a very disciplined approach against Tanner. They're driving up the pitch count. They're grinding through each and every at bat. There just haven't been a lot of easy outs for him here in the early going.
Yeah, when you start going deep, 4 or 5 pitches per batter, they're doing a nice job, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to get him out of the ball game. Get that pitch count up there. They have a 9-pitch at bat to get that third out of the inning earlier, and they're making him get in the zone.
Challenge.
Pitch called the ball. Catch is challenging.
Bo Naylor challenging. Guardians have 1 challenge left.
And now they have none.
And they're out of challenges. 0 for 2.
Pitch and ball couldn't lose their challenge. They have none remaining.
Center fielder, number 31.
Well,
Cedric.
One of the bugaboos for Tanner here this year so far, and again, we're talking about 6 now, going into his 7th start of the year. Getting to 2 strikes, no problems. Putting hitters away, is that maybe? Do you think he's trying too hard to throw the perfect pitch when he gets to 2 strikes?
Maybe nibbling a little too much instead of being aggressive. You work to get ahead in the count. It should be a little easier, you would think, to put hitters away. Either that, or is he going for strikeouts? Let him put the ball in play. That's why that defense is back there.
Rays have 2 on base for the first time tonight. Cedric Mullins pulls it foul. He was called out on strikes his first time up. 0 for his last 12 at the plate. And here he is again, 0-2 on the veteran hitter Mullins.
Yeah, and he's had a tough time this year when he gets to 2 outs of getting out or trying to get that third out, because hitters are hitting 349 coming in with 2 outs.
Well, let's skip right past that and get a double play ball.
Bingo.
Change up, and it just dips low.
They fouled off a lot of his pitches too when he gets to 2 strikes. 9 foul balls where they've been just able to foul it off and live for another pitch and make him work that much harder.
Way out in front of that curveball, and Tanner gets his 6th strikeout of the night.
Well, he really pulled the string on that one, slowed it down.
The catcher.
Beautiful pitch, and it ended up. That's exactly where you want to throw that curveball, where it's almost going to hit the top part of the plate, right at the back end of it, where that hitter sees it, and then all of a sudden it disappears. It's almost like you want to bounce it.
Nick Fortes fly to center. His first time up.
That's the thing. Again, we're seeing strikeouts like we did with Messick, and the more strikeouts you get, obviously the more pitches you're throwing to get them.
Here's a weak ground ball to Travis Bazzana. He slings it over, and the side is retired. Bybee works around a couple of base runners here in the 4th. Still no score. Bottom of the fourth, no score here in Cleveland, and Chase DeLauder will lead it off. He's Cleveland's only base runner so far tonight. Liberty Mutual Insurance field coverage with Travis Pizzana making his major league debut tonight. Some other notable debuts for Cleveland. Tanner Bybee on April 26th of 23 debuted against Colorado. Parker Messick just last summer. And Chase DeLauder, regular season anyway, March 26th in Seattle. What a night that was. Trying to go the other way here, Chandler Simpson pulls it down one away.
Matt, I'm glad we showed that because I talked to Chase and I go, have you and Travis played together often? He goes, no, but I told him it's just like any other baseball game. And I go, man, you sound like a veteran already. He goes, but if you try to make it more than just being another baseball game, you're going to get yourself in trouble.
You know, sometimes we think the young kids don't know that.
Right.
Once they get up here and they see everything and the game starts, they realize it's the same game. You know, you just got to accept it a little bit.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you say that because we were talking to Stephen Boat about Juan Brito and how the game looked a little fast for him at times. And I kind of asked, Richie's got to run.
He let it drop. He didn't get there, and the catcher
right.
Fortes gave up on it.
Yeah, that's a free at bat now for Jose. That's good.
But the one thing that Stephen Vogt said sometimes that younger players do have to find out is that it is the same game, but things go a little bit faster, and it can catch up to you if you're not ready for that part of the game.
It can, but I mean, you should be on point for everything when you're first coming up, making your debut and everything. Just don't let it speed up on you.
Jose just a hair trigger quick and popped it up. 2 down. Well, that was the message that he delivered to Brito. He said, you know what it looks like now. You know what the speed looks like. You know what the pitchers look like.
Right.
Now go down there and work so that when you get your opportunity to come back again, the game won't speed up on you. You won't be wide-eyed and looking at everything like, wow, you know.
Yeah, you can see how, he wanted to get here. He was hurt last year, couldn't make it. And this year, maybe he did try a little bit too hard to do some things. But he will. He'll go down. You work hard.
Arch, everybody goes back. There's like 5% that doesn't.
Not everybody.
Not many. Listen to you.
1%.
1%. Excuse me. We're just using our own numbers now. But the point is, most guys do go back. Not everybody stays the entire time.
No, that's true.
Jose had to go back twice to get it figured out. It happens.
Ground ball behind the bag.
Boy, he's cruising.
Whew. Boy, you're not kidding. 11 in a row set down by Nick Martinez.
Human sense.
That's simple human sense.
Well, it's Star Wars night on Saturday, May 9th here at the ballpark when the Guards face the Twins at 6:10. 15,000 fans will receive a Kyle Manzardo Star Wars themed bobblehead. That'll be courtesy of Sherwin-Williams. You can get your tickets today, CLEGuardians.com.
Richie Palacios leads off for Tampa here in inning number 5. No score. Palacios struck out his first time up. Palacios entered the game last night, and like a thief in the night, he wasted no time as a pinch runner, stealing second base in that 8th inning. That proved to be critical because Ryan Valade knocked him in for the game-winning run.
Yeah, and that's not an easy thing to do because he came off the bench and you got to run first pitch. Pretty tough.
I asked him, I said, when did you get so fast? He just smiled. I've always been fast. But to your point, it's not often you see a guy come off the bench that late in the game and just bang right out of the gate. Popped it up on the infield. Pizzana
not carrying to second.
And a word now from Cleveland Clinic.
When you make complexities your specialties, you redefine what's possible. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Taylor Walls, a ground out his first time up. And showing bunt, took a pitch low. Walls 2 for his last 27 with a dozen strikeouts in between.
I want to remind you the Guardians 50-50 charity raffle's going on, and it's going to end tomorrow night at midnight. So you get out there, get your tickets now at CLEGuardians5050.com.
Tomorrow at midnight.
Yes. And once the game's over, team heads out on the road. So
a long road trip.
Well, a week, not bad.
What do you know about that?
It's long after a three-game set.
Well, that's true.
That's all I'm saying. By the way, the Rays have said that Junior Caminero has a right jaw contusion. He's day to day, like we all are.
So Michael Spink said after Mike Tyson floored him in the first
37
round.
seconds of that fight, right?
The 3-1. I may have just dated myself. But speaking of dating oneself, we had a call into the switchboard from an Axel Hoyer who said he recalls listening to baseball game on the radio when he was a sophomore at Ohio Wesleyan when a young, dashing Rick Manning took the field.
Oh, I love this story. Those are two of my
Big
favorites.
Axel, what's up, pal?
Axel, what's up, buddy?
Down low, and that's ball 4. Third walk issued by Bybee. Injury report brought to you by the injury attorneys at Elk and Elk. We saw Gabriel Arias earlier tonight down in the dugout.
He's down there. He's getting some work in. He's still weeks away, though, from being able to go play games as he's dealing with that hamstring injury. Says he feels better, but that's the most movement you're getting from him. He's still not at the point where he's running or able to push that hamstring, so he's still got probably over a month.
Yeah, they did say 4 to 8 weeks, right?
Yes, they did.
Chandler Simpson pops it up.
Doesn't carry there.
That's
either, right?
nice. One pitch, get it over with. Let's go.
2 down.
He needs that.
Well, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, it's no fun when you're injured. You know, the team's going out of town tomorrow. It's one thing when the team's home, you at least can be around the guys. Team goes out of town, you're like on an island.
Lost man. You're right.
But, you know, if there's a silver lining to any of this, it's the fact that Brian Rocchio has gone over there, and it's like he never moved off a shortstop. He has really played well.
He's made him better.
He's grown up quickly.
But he's told me it's made him better because he has a different respect for the position after going to the other side. And like Andres Gimenez, he would still take ground balls over there. But he now knows, and he said he's better with where to put his body. You said that play he had earlier, Matt. He said, I'm able to round off on the ball way better after going over to second base. So maybe in the long run, it's been a good thing that Rocchio's had to play both positions.
2 down, 0-1 count on Williamson. And a smash to right field. That's going to be a base hit. Martinez fires it into second. All the way to third goes Taylor Walls.
Arch.
And now Tampa's not done with Jonathan Aranda, their big RBI man, coming up.
Always the guy that wasn't in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and he stays inside the baseball beautifully. You see, he tried to put a little a run on the ends on his hands, but he takes it inside out and does a nice job. Keep the inning going, make him work. And you know, this is Tanner Bybee. He's gone through the lineup twice. Now starting to go through the third time, but first time through, he threw 42 pitches. Second time through, he threw 44. So he's had to work hard to get through his lineup.
You know, I wonder what it is about different perspective when it comes to sports. We talk about how many pitchers have benefited, starting pitchers have benefited from a little time in the bullpen. And they come back from that experience and they're a different pitcher. You take a position player like Rocchio, play a little second base, you get a different perspective. And when you go back to shortstop, you're a better shortstop.
Well, it's a different outlook.
Yes. Well, Nick Martinez, who's pitching for the Rays, is a perfect example of that. You look at his numbers, he's got 41 starts, but he had 41 appearances out of the bullpen 2 years ago.
Yeah.
For Cincinnati. He's done both.
And he's dealing this year. He's doing everything they need.
Jonathan Aranda, 0 for 2. but the second most dangerous RBI man in the league, and he's done it again.
Look at it. He wasted no time. He tied the game up last night. He gives him the lead tonight.
1-0 Rays on RBI number 25 for Aranda. Back-to-back 2-out hits for Tampa. Here in the fifth.
He's got a knack for driving them in, man, and he hits a good one. That's a changeup down below the strike zone, or slider, excuse me. Threw the slider down there, and he left it middle of the plate is what he did. It was not a strike, but it had maybe too much of the plate.
Arch, is it is easy enough just to say some guys are born to drive runs in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, some guys have a knack for it, and I'll tell you what.
I'm not used to seeing the Magic Man, Dr. Willis, make a house call and then have a run given up.
Yeah.
Usually it's the other way around.
Yes, it is, but not the way Tampa's playing right now. And
they've got the magic touch.
Yeah,
they really do.
They've got it working, man. You got to give them credit.
Well, they're pesky with a couple of guys that can pop it out of the ballpark, and they don't strike out a lot, which we've talked about. They run. They just keep pressure on you the entire way.
But they've made Tanner work hard tonight. Right. I mean, he was pitching a good game. It took him to the fifth inning to score. And then once again, could be the fifth time where they haven't scored him a run yet for Tanner.
And this is his seventh start.
Yeah.
Bouncing ball up the gut. Near the bag, Pizzana, underhand pitch on the money to Rocchio to retire the side. A run on 2 hits, 2 left, halfway through. Tampa 1, Cleveland nothing. Guardians down a run as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and the man leading off is our Hyundai in the driver's seat, Daniel Schneemann. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He's reached base safely in his last 13 games, and he has a hit in 12 of those 13 games, batting over 400. He homered last night, his 4th of the year. He's knocked in 14 on the season with 7 doubles.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. We're talking about this team struggling, but this guy's had a great start to his season. So is Martinez. DeLauder's been good. So there's some guys, and Rocchio's turned it around, you know. So it's been.
That's why you got to feel good. Hopefully that the future could be okay, because you hope the guys at the top do what they usually have done.
Right. Line drive, left center field. That'll get down.
That's the spot.
There, yes, that's the spot, and he stays on that. He's done that so far all year.
And he said to me last night, someone asked, he goes, I've been telling Andre since spring training, left center is where I'm shooting every time.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a great sign. And he's going to end up hitting with a high batting average if you can do that. Stay on the baseball, and he does. He has been doing
someone
it.
said, is he trying to hit for more power? He says, no, I'm trying to hit the ball hard up the middle and let the top spin take over.
He's putting a lot of good swings on the baseball. He's starting to learn how to really hit.
Angel tries a bunt. Fortes grabs it and throws him out. Tying run moves into scoring position here in the bottom of the 5th inning on the sacrifice.
I mean, he'll get a sacrifice, but he was trying to bunt for a base hit, which is okay.
Hey, let the music play. Come on.
Second baseman, number 37.
Now Travis Pizzana with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. And he takes down low. As Rick said in his first at bat, he got a look at that changeup. Martinez threw a few of them in that at bat. He ultimately struck him out with a really good fastball. He throws it almost into center field. There was nobody home, and Taylor Walls saved his pitcher with a really good play.
He sure did. He saved it as right. There's no need to throw that. He wasn't going anywhere, and boy, oh boy, he's lucky he didn't get to third base. Well, let's see him get his first hit and get an RBI as well.
Up high, 2-0.
All right, different situation. He was down in his first at bat, 0-2.
2-0 pitch. He got him the fastball, and he almost took out one of Tampa's bench players.
Arch, I know you're big in a lot of places, but I found out tonight you're big in Australia, man.
No way.
Well, I'm telling you, we went up there, and the parents said they feel like they know us already. They've been watching our games. And that just tells you
They
this.
say, who's that big-headed guy from New York?
Oh, hi, mate.
In the air, left field. Going back is Simpson. Circles under it. Now called off by Mullins, and the center fielder has it for out number 2. So that first hit and RBI will have to wait for young Travis Bazzana. And that leaves it up to Bo Naylor. And a fastball strike. Talk a lot about the breaks in the game of baseball. Bo could use Lady Luck to shine down on him right here. He's hit some balls hard, but right at him.
There's that changeup. Such a good pitch. Bo's got to start getting to the Schneemann approach and think base hit over the shortstop's head. They're just changing speeds with him, showing him fastballs in and changeups away.
The 2-2. And he strikes him out to end the inning. So after 5, Tampa leads it 1-0. Well, we here at Guardians TV are mourning the loss of a cherished colleague and friend, Igor Klobos. For more than 3 decades, he was an integral member of our TV family, bringing his joy, his enthusiasm, his smile, his humor, his impressions.
Oh, yeah, he's the best.
Every single day. He brought him like he brought his lunch to work. Please join me in sending condolences to his wife, Chrissy, son, Liam, and daughter, Autumn.
The plus is us.
Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen made here in the 6th inning for left-hander Tim Herron. Herron on for the 11th time this year. He has been terrific. He's got a couple of left-handed batters to face to start the inning. Jake Fraley, then Cedric Mullins, and the catcher Nick Fortes due up third. Tanner Bybee went 5 innings, gave up 1 run. But man, once again, he's just pitching on the wrong day. If I was him, I might go into Stephen Vogt and say, hey, can we pick a different day?
Well, that's what happens sometimes when you're the #1 starter. You make the opening day start.
Right, you always tell me just go put the jersey on to the guy that scores
Bingo.
all the runs.
I was going to say, see who's got the most runs. Hang his jersey up on a hanger and put it in the bat rack.
A broken bat roller to Bazzana. And he throws him out, 1 down. Well, Tanner Bybee, I will say this. Tampa, they had a pretty good game plan. He pitched really well. He struck out 6, but man, they made him throw a lot of pitches. Made him work hard for
They
it.
fouled off a lot of pitches with 2 strikes to stay alive and make him work that much harder. But I'll tell you what, Tanner is a battler. He didn't give up much. It's that 1 run. Came on a 2-out base hit.
Yeah,
Hey, you got to get some runs early for him sometime.
Faced 22 batters tonight, 10 of them, so almost half, saw at least 5 pitches.
Right.
But in some ways, we saw them do that to Parker Messick last night as well.
Yeah.
You know, he had a great game, had a lot of strikeouts, but couldn't stay deep in the game because of the pitches he had to throw.
Weak contact. 2 down. Now, I'm not saying that Tanner Bybee is sitting over there and saying, hey, I did my job. Everything's good. Everything's great. I'm happy. No, he's not. But I think he has gotten to a place where he went out and did the best he could do. He did what? Gave his team a chance to win.
Same thing last start. You know, it's like you can't hang your head when you've.
That's all you can do
Right.
as a
He's given up
starting
3 runs his
pitcher.
last 2 starts.
And you saw Cantillo come up there, give him a little tap on the back and say he knows how he feels. You know, you want to come out with a lead. You want your team to win the ball game. And, hey, there's still a lot of ball game left. They got to go.
I think the hardest part about this game sometimes is not only is there a lot of ball game to go, there's a lot of season to go. But you lose sight of that sometimes when you're in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, it's still April. It's not even May yet. Now, I know it's going to be May in a few days, but come on. What a pick by Rocchio. Oh, big fella. Look at Rocchio jogging with joy as he leaves the field on another dynamite defensive play. He made this look easy, and it was anything but. One nothing. Rays lead it. Bottom of the 6th inning. And Brian Rocchio leading it off. Nick Martinez. Man, has he been? He's like him and Steven Matz went to school and copied each other's homework.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, a couple of veterans that are just coming at, throwing strikes, pounding the strike zone. Very efficient.
He's thrown 16 balls out of 53 pitches.
Hasn't walked anybody, given up 2 singles, and you know, has just been in total command of this ball game. He went 8 innings in his last start against the Reds, his former team. So, you know, he pitched a gem.
He retired 11 in a row before Daniel Schneeman's leadoff single in the 5th. But right back to work.
As I mentioned in his starts.
Nice play at first by Aranda.
Has never given up more than 2 runs. Well, you can book a SeatGeek infield box or a KeyBank North Coast social box for your next Guardians game. These premium locations offer great views, semi-private seating, and all-inclusive menus. And for a limited time, save 10% when you book your select games in May and June. Learn more at premium.cleguardians.com.
Stephen Kwan. He takes a curveball that was called a ball.
Pitch called the ball. Catcher's challenger.
Nick Fortes is going to win that challenge.
Pitch to strike. Tampa will retain the challenge. They have 2 remaining.
Cleveland challenged twice, lost both of them. One by a hitter, one by catcher Bo Naylor. Stays fair. It gets by the first baseman Aranda. Down the line it goes. There's the break Stephen Kwan needed. It just got under the glove of Jonathan Aranda at first base. And Kwan has his 4th double of the year, and he's in scoring position with 1 out in the 6th.
Well, looks like he got a little cutter or something like that. 88 miles per hour, ends up keeping it fair right over the bag. Aranda got there, but it was a little too late. Kwan will get his 4th double. Now you got a runner in scoring position. The pitching coach wants to come out and have a talk, maybe so they can get that bullpen rolling.
Now Kyle Snyder going out to talk. They've got a right-hander up and firing. We'll get a word here from Wayside Furniture.
Refresh your outdoor space with stylish savings at below market pricing. Shop Wayside Furniture in Akron, keeping it local since 1937.
Well, this is what we call DeLauder time. From the 6th inning on, that has been his time this year. He's batting .419 from the 6th inning on. And Rick, you're not supposed to make your money off relief pitchers, given how many bullpens are just stacked with nasty, filthy stuff nowadays, and yet he's hit 366 combined off relief pitchers.
Yeah, I gotta love it. That's the game, man. You go from this middle part of the ball game when you need something. You could use something right here. When you talk about efficiency like we have about with Nick Martinez, he's gone through that lineup twice. First time through, he had to throw 28 pitches. Second time through, 28 pitches. Consistency.
Line out number 2. Boy, he hit it right at the second baseman, Williamson.
That's a good job by Kwani, not trying to, jump off and wanting to score. You had to make sure you know where that ball is at and it gets through the infield. It did, and it went right at Williamson to make the play for out number 2. Now this would be strange if they pitched to Jose in this situation with first base open, to me. They went right at him.
Well, I think that was in off the plate. I think it was what you said. How aggressive does he want to be?
Right.
He might have helped him out a little bit. And that's just maybe mounting frustration for this Guardians offense.
Well, the Guardians return home to face the Twins in a 3-game weekend series. That'll be May 8th through the 10th. Kids tickets start at just $15 with the purchase of an adult ticket. You can get yours today at cleguardians.com.
Richie Palacios leading off for Tampa here in the 7th inning. Hoosier Heron set him down 1-2-3 in the 6th. He's back out here to start the 7th because he only threw 9 pitches in that 6th inning. Guards have a right-hander up in the bullpen. Is getting loose. Big chopper to first, and Manzardo makes the play. 1 down.
A lot of cool things happen in a ballpark every single day. And today, this is one of the cooler things for me. If you look down left field and right field line, the guys that are protecting people down the line, that's a dad-son combination. That is Dan and Jack Bernowski. Dan is a firefighter, and he loves being a bat boy, and he's helping out down the left field line, and his son's down the right field line, Arch.
Nice.
They told me, they said, if you make a play, we'll talk about you, but I figured we should talk about it anyway.
Well, I'm glad you let us know that. Father, son, I'm looking for a play down the line.
We need one.
Yeah, I don't think they've had to get up off their seat yet. Here we go.
Come on, Dan. That was too easy.
They're just going to flip it up.
Hey,
to
just
a fan.
Just like any firefighter, he's always ready when the bell rings.
Right.
Taylor Walls needed a new bat after that one cracked. Scored the only run of this game when he walked in the 5th. Came home on an RBI single by Jonathan Aranda with 2 outs. Full count.
Took that fastball 3-1.
And the payoff pitch.
Well, he was going to make him throw 2 in a row, wasn't he? He reaches first base with 1 out.
Well, now a message from your Buick GMC Northern Ohio dealers.
Get $1,000 purchase cash on Sierra heavy duty models or get 4.9% APR.
One on and one out. And the speedster Chandler Simpson at the plate. He doubled in the first, was thrown out at home on a comebacker with one out in that first inning. Walked, stole second, but was stranded there in the third inning. And now the Guardians have their antenna up, looking to see what the Rays do. Do they play small ball? Do they have action ball in that mind? It's outside. You got to throw a strike. 2-0.
Balls was stolen 3 out of 4. All right, they let him get in the strike zone now. This could be an action count here. Oh no, though, it could be awfully tough for this guy to pull a hit and run lefty.
Well, now
unless you move, if you start your runner on the first move.
Bazana had a little trouble getting it over to Rocchio.
Yeah. And you can't have any trouble whatsoever with that guy going down the line. But they get the lead runner.
Looked like maybe just a little trouble with the transfer.
Yeah, getting it out of the glove to flip it to him. I don't know if it got caught. Yeah, you wouldn't have got him anyway. That guy gets down the line too well. Yeah, he didn't have control of it really.
But you get the sure out. So there are 2 down. We'll have a pitching change with the Rays leading it 1-0 in the 7th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Cleveland Guardians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians. Connor Brogdon is on for the Guardians with a runner at first and 2 out. Ben Williamson, the batter. Expects Simpson to be on the move. He draws a throw, and he's back safely. He stole a base in the third, his 10th on the year. He's 1 behind Jose Ramirez. And a 3-way tie for the league lead. He bluffed a move towards second, and the pitch was outside, ball 1.
You certainly want to go after this guy. Even if he happens to steal base, fine. You've got their RBI guy on deck.
Rick, Chandler Simpson was a rookie last year, so he's got a little seasoning. Now, how long did it take you until you said, I can steal a base anytime I want?
Well, it takes a while. You got to get to know pitchers a little better. You know, now when you play everybody, you don't see them. You know, you don't get a
many
feel.
Times, yeah.
You know, and the right situation, the right times. I mean, it helps. I don't know how much these guys study it. There's, you know, and look at pitchers that are good base stealers. But it takes a little while. You start getting to know counts. You start to get know situations.
Stopped by Rocchio, and the long throw to first on the money. Stretch time here in Cleveland. It's Tampa 1, Cleveland 0. Bet365 scores from around the league. No score in Atlanta between the Tigers and the Braves. Twins Mariners, no score there in the second. White Sox just underway at home against the Halos. At the end of the upcoming road trip, we're going to get back into Central Division action, playing Kansas City for the second time this year. It's the only team the Guardians have played from their own division so far.
Well, and then we'll come back home and get Minnesota after that.
Kyle Manzardo leading off here, bottom of the 7th. Guardians have just 3 hits tonight. Accounting for their only 3 base runners, because Nick Martinez hasn't walked anybody. And this is what you were talking about when it comes to efficiency. 4 swings and misses.
Right.
So he's not trying to blow it by everybody.
Only fouled off 1 2-strike pitch to this point, which is rare. And that's where Tampa fouled off, what, 10 abibes like that?
Yeah. You get 11 outs on 3 pitches or less, you know you're going to get yourself deep in the game.
That's to me the key to pitching. If you want to stay in the game and you want to get to that 6th, 7th inning, outs on 3 pitches or less.
Just ran that cutter right in on Manzo's thumbs. 1 down. No. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Daniel Schneemann singled in the 5th inning, meaning he's been on base. And then it's just this last 15 games, he's got 18 hits.
And he's sprinkled them all over the field.
On the check swing, the appeal, he went.
He's keeping him honest, throwing that fastball. That's how he keeps him honest. It's not for a strike per se, but it's to go in there and let him know I'm thinking about you in there, and then it may open up the outside part of the plate for him.
There was probably somebody before Greg Maddux, but Greg Maddux to me is the one who made that front door 2-seam fastball a staple. He would throw it at that left-handed hitter at his hip. He'd just leak it back over the inside corner, and that's what Martinez is using against the left-handed hitters. And he's not throwing it for a strike, but he's just keeping it in there to keep him honest, and he's getting a lot of results like this.
Yeah, just beating it into the ground and letting your infielders do the work.
Corey Kluber did it. He was fantastic with that front door.
Look at that
2-seam pitch.
There's your efficiency. He's got 4 innings where he's had single digits. Seven ground ball outs, 4 strikeouts. Look at that change. My goodness.
Arch, the one thing we saw a couple of years ago when the Guardians struggled against the changeup is that they saw a lot of them. And you can tell they're going to continue to see a lot of them as we go along
until you prove you can hit it.
7 in the books. 1-0 Tampa.
With Sun Cruiser.
Well, the Ballpark Pass presented by Planet Fitness is now on sale for May. $59 gets you a standing room ticket for every home game in May, including games against the Reds, the Red Sox, Star Wars night, and more. A limited number are available. Get yours today. CLEguardians.com/ballparkpass.
Well, we're in the 8th inning, and it's a 1-0 Tampa Bay lead. Connor Brogdon facing Jonathan Aranda. He knocked in the Rays' only run, the only run of the game, in the 5th inning. And as we showed you earlier tonight, it was Aranda who hit the big home run in the 8th inning last night that tied the ball game up, and then 2 batters later, Tampa took the lead and held on to win 3-2. So a big inning here for Brogdon to keep this a 1-run game. Look, when you're not scoring and when you're having just a brutal stretch offensively, you just feel like one more run is like being down 10.
It feels like it. You know, just there's only 7 hits in the ball game. Both teams pitch very well.
They have, but you guys hit on something an inning or 2 ago. The frustration is starting to show up down here in the dugout.
Yeah,
because as you said, 1 run is a big deal.
The tension starts where the batter starts squeezing that bat a little. Yeah,
Rocchio came back. He was frustrated. They're all at that moment right now
because everyone feels they have to do it instead of just going up and trying to play a little more relaxed. It's hard to do.
Broken bat right back to Connor. And he lobs it over for out number 1. And up comes Yandy Diaz, 1 for 3 on the night. Boy, Yandy's off to a great start. Entered the night 4th in the American League in batting average, 7th in runs batted in.
Yandy's just flat out a good hitter.
And he's always hit Cleveland. Ever since he left Cleveland, he's batted .313 in 29 games against them with 9 doubles, 5 homers, and 16.
Saying he holds a little grudge when he plays his former team?
I don't think so. I don't think Yandy's a guy with he's not vengeance. He's not that guy. He's like, okay.
He's not,
okay,
but
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, there you go. Come on,
yeah.
He loves every minute.
Yes. Arch always says this, and I agree. You remember the first team you were with, and you want to show them what they don't have anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to prove it. Look I could have been doing this for you.
Look at those arms.
They're legs, they're not arms.
I still tell him that.
They put him together backwards.
Yeah.
You gonna tell him?
He walks on his
That's
hands.
my guy.
From Tampa Bay, right fielder,
Well, 2 down
number
for
7,
Jake Fraley, 0 for 2 with a walk.
Fraley.
Looks a little different in blue, doesn't he? Got used to watching
in the
Reds jerseys.
You know, it's kind of interesting when you think about it. They got rid of every announcer's nightmare combo, Lau and Low.
Yeah.
I used to tell Kevin Cash, please don't put them in the lineup at the same time.
I don't know which one is which.
Uh-oh, deep right field down the line and off the wall. It stayed in play. And now fumbling with it, Angel Martinez, but no harm done. He was going to second anyways with a 2-out double, and whew, that just stayed in the ballpark. Had it been a couple of feet more to the left, it might have been a home run.
Yeah, it was right down the line. And he had a bird's eye view of it as he was going down the first baseline. And you'll see it hooking, and yeah, hit right up there.
Yep.
On the Drug Mart sign, comes right back. That'll be a double. That'll be the 5th hit for Tampa. There is 2 outs.
But you were talking about Jake Fraley. You know, they got Gavin Lux as part of a 3-team deal to replace in the Josh Lowe trade, and then Jake Fraley signed as a free agent. So they were doing a lot of wheeling and dealing in the offseason. I think Brandon Lau, though, boy, he's been a godsend for the Pirates.
He landed in the right spot. I'll tell you, he's been hitting the ball all over that ballpark.
Cedric Mullins 0 for 3 on the night. Couple of strikeouts. Sends one to center field. Schneemann going back. Makes the catch. Connor Brogdon did his job. He'll send us to the bottom of the 8th. Guardians down 1. The rookie Travis Bazzana looking for his first big league hit. Will lead it off when we come back. Bottom of the 8th inning, Travis Bazzana leads it off for the Guardians. 0 for 2 in his major league debut, and Nick Martinez misses outside for ball 1. Bazzana struck out to end the 2nd inning. He flied to center in the 5th. Tried to stay on the ball, tried to go the other way, but it was a fly ball out to left center field. And he's ahead of the count here, 2-0. Nick Martinez is trying to go 8 innings in back-to-back starts. He just came off a start 4 days or 5 days ago against Cincinnati, in which he went 8 innings.
It was a good one.
Redbird says Sandy Alcantara of the Marlins is the only pitcher who's gone 8 innings in back-to-back starts this year.
Okay. And that was earlier.
The 2-1 offering in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. Now, something Travis said prior to the game, as badly as you know he wants to get a hit here in his major league debut, he said, I understand the value of getting on base. Working the count, not trying to do too much kind of thing.
Good point right here. 3-1 count. Leadoff man, get on bag. He didn't like it. He was looking for something else, so that's fine. 3-2, still living for another pitch. I haven't seen a changeup in this at bat yet. And you remember, he saw a couple of them in his first AB, so he may go back to that right here. Looked like he wanted in.
It was a changeup. It was outside, and it's ball 4.
Good for him. There it is. There's your on base.
So he reaches base for the first time in his career in a critical spot. We're in the last half of the 8th, and the Guardians are down a run, and here comes Kevin Cash.
Yeah.
So he will not go 8 innings in back-to-back starts. He will bow out here in the 7th, and he will leave with the tying run at first base on his ledger. Pitching change.
Yeah, he's pitched too well to let him go one more hitter in case he gives up something.
Ian Seymour coming on.
Yeah, when we come lefty on. Well, MLB Plus is brand new this year. You can stream MLB Network 24/7 in the U.S. and select out-of-market games every week. Plus, live radio broadcasts of every game, game day 3D, big inning, and minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today. Look at that. See that Fu Manchu there with the
solid.
Yeah. The opposite of Raleigh Fingers going up. He's got his going down.
Ian Seymour facing Rhys Hoskins, who pinch hits here for Bo Naylor in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Travis Pizzana in his major league debut drew a leadoff walk. He's at first base here, representing the tying run.
Seymour came in the game last night and walked a guy as well, so you got to make sure get him in the zone.
3-0. Speaking of major league debuts, last June 9th, Ian Seymour made his major league debut. And got the win.
There you
go. That 3-0.
Well, we got no challenges
He
left.
called that a strike?
Yeah, you got no challenges left. Nothing you can do about it. It missed.
Wow, that's a bad miss, too.
Get away with it.
Well, no challenge needed this time. So the first 2 were aboard via the walk. And so here we go again, Arch.
Yeah.
Brian Rocchio to the plate. We're going to get Kyle Snyder, pitching coach, coming out to talk with Seymour. But last night, Rocchio got a little too aggressive in this situation where the pitcher was having trouble throwing strikes, and he popped a 2-0 pitch foul and fouled out and just kind of fizzled the inning.
You can see what the skipper's calling him right over and telling him what to do. We're not putting on a sign you either going to bunt or you make sure you get a good pitch to hit, one of the two. But the way they've been going, I would think they'd bunt. You got Quan on deck.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate. Because number 9 hitter, you're thinking you got to bunt, get him over. Rocchio has been their best hitter with runners in scoring position. He's 10 out of 23 on the year.
Well, the skipper made his point. He just told him what's going to happen or what he expects him to do. I would not be surprised. The way they're playing, they need to get the runners over, give Quan a chance. You got a couple left-handers, I mean, going to be facing the lefty, so, or he may say, go ahead, take your chance.
He's already squared. Now the Butcher Boy attempt, and he takes it for ball 1.
Either that or he's taking a strike all the way. You know what I'm saying? He's going to give himself up and take a strike to make him get in the zone.
Yeah, that's a smart play if you ask me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Here he goes again.
He gets the punt down.
Beautiful. That's
Palacios with a good throw to first on the move for the out.
I like that. That's a true sacrifice. Square around before he even starts throwing the baseball. Put down a beautiful bunt. Job well done. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Palacios almost threw that one away. So they got the stage set.
Well, they're going to walk Stephen Kwan, and that makes sense. Even with his struggles offensively this year, 9 for 21 with runners in scoring position.
I would make. Although, you know, Cash has seen Kwani before, and I'm sure that's why he decided to do it. But now you're flirting with danger here.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Chase DeLauder 1 for 3 on the night. Just over 16,000 in attendance here this evening. Hoping to see some late inning magic. Pop foul. Out of play. Now Chase is down 0-2. Go back to the last homestand. Chase in a similar situation. Tried to let the ball track deep and shoot it the other way. Challenged him with a breaking ball, a little slider, and he swings through it. 2 down.
Well, he didn't waste any time there, did he? He went 3 pitches. And that was above the strike zone. Martinez said, yes, thank you very much. We need 1 more now, but you're going to have to deal.
With Jose Ramirez when we come back. Jose Ramirez to the plate. The bases are loaded and 2 men are out. Right-hander Kevin Kelly is the new pitcher for Tampa. Kelly, in facing Cleveland in over 6 outings, has given up 3 hits against 19 batters faced.
And left-handers hitting just 111 against him. 2 for 18.
You want to hear what leadership sounds like? David Fry called Travis Bazzano over here in between. He said this guy is hard to catch. Get a good secondary lead. The ball may get away from the catcher.
Throws to second and back safely with a dive. It was Rhys Hoskins.
Oh, that was trying to sneak in the back door, trying to.
We've seen that a lot the last couple of days, right? After pitching changes, they go to a move.
Yeah, and instead of the runners getting back, he's
center field. Mullins back on the track, makes the catch, and the Guardians leave them loaded in the 8th. Not progressive defensive play of the game. Let's go back to the 6th inning. Nick Fortes with a big hop, and look at the short hop pick.
That's the reason why you have to charge that ball. You couldn't wait back on it. It was hit too slowly. He had to check and take that short hop to pick it. He did. He got the out. It was a nice play.
Peyton Pallette is the new pitcher for the Guardians. 9th appearance already this year. Center field, Schneemann makes the catch. 1 down. Peyton in 8 appearances so far this year, 11 2/3 innings, so let's call it now 12. 12 strikeouts. He has walked 6, obviously wants to cut down on that. But for a Rule 5 pick out of the White Sox organization, he seems to be impressing with each appearance. You know, each outing is a new learning experience for him as well. But as he takes from those learning experiences, he seems to start finding himself in what you call higher leverage situations.
Well, and the situation is this: he's going to learn more and more as the season goes on. And by you watch after the All-Star break, he's going to be really important, I think, to this club because he's got a great arm.
I was going to say the arm plays first, right?
Yeah.
But then you see we'll go into a wild. You know, he went through about 8 balls in a row in Toronto. Hedgie went out, slowed him down, and he went out and struck out the next 2. He had a moment like that in spring training, and all the players keep saying he doesn't act like a guy that's a rookie when the game gets tight, and they think that's going to be huge for him going forward.
He's going to learn, you know, talking to all those guys out there in the bullpen, he's going to get better and better as this year goes on.
He's got a quiet confidence still in March.
That's beautiful.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Boy, that's a nasty hook.
Yes, it is.
Dre, I forget who we were just talking to the other day about this, but we were talking about Peyton. They said he's kind of quiet. You know, he sits over in the corner, and that's a good thing, right? He's soaking it all in.
Well,
yeah, be the sponge.
Yes. Because somebody said, I think it was Voter. Somebody said, hey, he doesn't say a lot to me. And he goes, he doesn't say a lot to me either. He goes, but that's all right.
You're trying to get to know a guy, but he's not giving you a whole lot to go on. That's a good thing.
He's old school, Arch. He knows. I'm a young guy in here. I'm just going to be quiet.
Yeah, be quiet and just watch. That's a good way to go. Sometimes you learn more by watching than talking.
As a parent said to me once, there's a reason you got 2 ears.
Figure that one out yet?
Nope. You already know the answer. Look, you asked that for your own pleasure.
You quit talking.
You sure did. Yeah, that was all for,
start listening.
That was all for Maddie.
Well, there's 2 outs, so now you can ask a question.
Stop it. I got a story. I get more people to come up to me. Hey, Andre, is it 2 outs?
They walk by and just hold up 2 fingers.
Exactly.
Like the outfielders do to show the other ones.
That's 3 straight walks to Taylor Walls in the game.
The 9th guy, not good.
Number 14, Chandler Simpson.
I don't know why, but all I can think of right now is that. Remember, did you see the movie Miracle about the 1980 Olympic hockey team?
No.
Herb Brooks didn't like the way they played after one night in exhibition play, so he made them do gassers after the exhibition game. And he is still running. Taylor Walls, you walk this guy, and now he's on third base. Got a stolen base, and now the error puts him just 90 feet away.
Yeah, he had a good jump, and there's really not much Hedge he could do with that throw. Tried to pick it. It gets by Bazana. He was backing up. He tried to pick it and make the tag, but he goes to third base.
I just feel like you walk a guy who's 2 for his last 27 with a dozen strikeouts. You walk him 3 times in a row. Get on the line. Blow the whistle. Chandler Simpson can make it hurt here with 2 outs. Paulette trying to put him away. Slow breaking ball hit on the ground to Bazana, and the rookie slings it over, and we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. It's still 1-0 Tampa. Manzo, Schnee, Angel Martinez all coming up in the bottom of the 9th. Well, we go to the bottom of the 9th, and the Rays lead it 1-0. But interesting that it's not Brian Baker tonight in the bottom of the 9th inning. Baker closed out the Guardians with a scoreless inning last night. He did give up a couple of hits, but he struck out the last 2 batters of the game. Instead, he goes to Cole Sulser. So Kevin Cash rolling the dice with Cole Sulser, who does not have a save this year. Baker, who closed out last night's game, Rick, interestingly enough, has not pitched in back-to-back games, or back-to-back days at least, this year. So that may be part of it.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, because Cash knows that bullpen, how to use it, especially in a tight game.
Kyle Manzardo 0 for 3 on the night. It wasn't a safe situation, but Sulcer did work a scoreless 9th inning on just 7 pitches a week ago against Cincinnati. He's also pitched 2 innings as an opener this year.
They use him for the start, to close, it doesn't matter. Welcome to Tampa.
3-1 count for Manzo. And it is a called strike, full count.
Well, this is where, as a hitter, you got to know you have no challenges left, so anything close, you're going to have to swing the bat and not take the chance of getting rung up.
And the payoff pitch is hit foul on the left side. Well, Manzardo will reload. He had a key hit last night that put the Guardians in position for a come-from-behind victory, though it fell short. And he strikes out here. He had the count in his favor at 3-1, but Sulcer comes back to strike him out. Up comes Daniel Schneemann, 1 for 3 on the night. The Guardians have just 3 hits. Schneemann's single was one of them back in the 5th inning. Last night, a 2-run home run, opposite field shot. Well struck to right, but back goes Fraley and makes the catch. 2 down. Guardians down to their last out for Angel Martinez, who is 0 for 2.
See that ball? He had to reach for it a little bit, and it went towards the end of the bat. He couldn't really drive it. That ball was down enough where he had to utilize those legs and get down and try and get through it. But you can't hit it out when it's down and away like that.
Travis Bazzana waiting on deck. Angel juices one center field. Long run for Mullins. On the track at the wall. Can't get it. Angel's off to the races. He's going to hold at second base with the tying run. And 2 out in the bottom of the 9th. And it sets the stage for Travis Bazzana.
Well, I thought that ball had a chance when he hit it. And you can see it. That was middle of the plate. Might have been a little change up. It was. But he kept it down, put a good swing on it. Goes off the wall. And you can see where in center field Mullins tried to run it, but it got off that wall too quickly. Boy, missed by about 3 or 4 feet of tying this game up.
Fortunately for Mullins, Fraley was Johnny on the spot backing it up.
He was hustling over there. You're exactly right there for him to get that double.
Oh, in the dirt, and a great stop by Fortes.
Beautiful stop here. Save him to go to third base. He spikes one right there and got it all gloved to keep it in front of him.
The 1-0. Travis Bazzana is living out every kid's dream scenario right here. Bottom of the 9th. You're down a run. You've got the tying run out there at second base.
They walked him. They're intentionally walking him.
And Kevin Cash just ruined that potential dream scenario.
He sure did. How about that? Your first major league game, they're going to intentionally walk you with first base open. They're going to take the chance of facing the pinch hitter now.
Boo! Boo! You boo on you, Kevin Cash. But good for Travis Bazzana. He has reached for the 2nd time in his major league debut, both on walks. He scared Tampa into putting him on base in his major league debut. And so it will be up to George Valera. Look at their reaction.
Yeah, they're getting up. They're booing him too. They should.
We came all the way from Australia, mate.
Yeah, hey, we want to see him hit. Well, let's see if George takes that a little personally.
Look at him.
Say,
He's still talking hitting right now with Sandy. Talking about, pitch shape and what it's. I love this kid. He can't. He probably goes to sleep talking about hitting. Well, he's the winning run at first base. George Valera is the batter. Fouled the other way. Out of play. Valera trying to come off the bench and deliver.
That's a nice little stat there. 2 outs, runners in scoring position, 3 for 5 on the year. All you need is a little single.
It's 0-2.
Arch, watch to see if he's coming set. The bench over here is trying to yell at the umpire at third base. They don't think he's coming set before he throws the ball to the home plate. So just watch that carefully.
Well, that's the ball game. Guardians once again for the second night in a row get an opportunity late. Can't cash in. They had the bases loaded with only 1 out in the 8th inning. Did not score. And they get a double with 2 out here in the 9th, but cannot cash in. And so the skid continues. Cleveland has lost 4 in a row and 6 out of 8. And the problem is they cannot score. In those 6 losses, they've scored a total of 9 runs.
Yeah, that's tough. The tough way. You can't win ball games like that at Major League level. And they've been in the games. They've been in every one of them. I mean, the pitching's been pretty darn good. But another typical Tampa Cleveland game, 1-0. Last night, 3-2.
Yeah, and for Tampa, they just keep rolling. They've won 6 in a row now. They get to 18-11 on the year. And they'll go for a series sweep tomorrow afternoon in the finale. We'll be here to bring it to you tomorrow afternoon. For Rick Manning and Andre Knott, I'm Matt Underwood. Stay tuned now. Al Pulaski and Ben Broussard have the postgame show next.